What's going on, guys? Mr. Domo here with another review video. This time it's on the NECA 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the capture of Splinter. And of course I had to do a different angle here, but because this box is about like a little over 22 inches long. And so here is the box. This is how it comes in. You have the kind of like the mask of the foot soldier. So you have the insignia there. I believe Shredder was saying in the film, I think he says this is Dragon Doji insignia, but so there's a bandana there. And so let me turn it around for you guys, and then on the back is just, you know, the back side of that bandana being tied, you know, the back of the head, and nothing really on the side there, on the back or on the top. And then here you do have a nice picture of Splinter there, and it's, you know, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then I believe on the other side there's not really much anything else. So it is on like a sleeve, so let me just go ahead and take it out of the sleeve. And oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get these guys out. So let me just put this box down, and there you go. So that's how it looks once you take off the sleeve. And so here you have pretty much all the figures already, you know, all seated in their clamshell. You have Shredder, there's Splinter, there's one of the foot soldiers there and all the weapons, and then on the other side is the other foot soldier with all the weapons, and of course you see all the interchangeable hands and so forth. So really cool. On the box, of course, on the top it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nothing really on the bottom, just says Nickelodeon, that's upside down. On the side here, I think you still have another picture of Shredder looking really dope, and of course it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I believe the other side has Splinter. Yep, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there is Splinter. So let me go ahead, take this out of the box, and so we could take a closer look at these awesome action figures. Alright guys, so there they are outside of the box, and I am lost for words. I mean, this thing is amazing. Not only do you have all the accessories, you know, you got a ton of accessories, but I mean, the figures, I mean, NECA really knocked out of the park with this one. I mean, there's just so much details on each of these figures, and it is just crazy. So, you know, let me just run these figures one by one, and then I'll do all the accessories. So I'm gonna start off with Splinter here. And so Splinter, I mean, look at the details on this guy. Look at his robes. I mean, he's got all these tears. It's all mangled, frayed, and it's got all this discoloration. I mean, this is amazing. So his head right there, really good details. You know, everything's hard plastic except for his goatee. It's a little soft plastic there, but you know, he's good. He's got good movement. You could, you know, kind of look down a little bit, definitely look up, you know, side to side, no problem. Of course, you know, he's got a shoulder joint there, so really good. It's a little tight though. And then he does have one elbow joint, so he does have good movement there. And then of course at the hand, you know, you can move it back and forth, and then, you know, you have a kind of a rotation there, so really cool. He does have a slight waist, you know, movement there, so it is really tight, but he, you know, you could have him turn a little bit and so forth. And then down at the legs, legs are really good. He does have one knee joint there, so you do have that right there. And then of course at the ankle, he does have some good movement. You know, you could kind of tilt up and down and then rotate. And then at the foot, you can see that he does have an extra joint there at the, you know, right at the feet. So that is really cool, but really good details. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is really cool, really nice. He's got that little belt there, and then of course his tail, let me just show you. It is kind of like on a ball joint, but the whole tail here is just one solid piece, but it's soft plastic. So that's pretty much the movement that you get, excuse me, at the base of the tail, but everything else is just one solid piece. And so really cool. I mean, I am totally digging this guy. And let me set him down and show you the chains that actually came on him. And so here's the chains, and of course, you know, Really good details there. It's got that nice metallic color, and you can take it apart. So there is a little hinge there, and you just open it up, and then you could just insert one of the chains through this pin, and then just close it up. So that is really cool. So there you go. See, so really nice, really good details on those chains. Really cool. And so the next one, of course, Shredder, and man, did this guy have some details on him. So first of all, the helmet, the top part here is a solid plastic piece here, but the chainmail here that goes around his helmet is a soft plastic. And of course the mask, you can take it off to reveal his face, and I mean, look at that. That is nuts. He's got the scar that Splinter gave them when he was just a little rat, but that is so cool. And of course here's the mask. That is sick, man. So not only that, but of course, you have his robe here, and let me just put Shredder, excuse me, off to the side here. And so, I mean, look at the details on this. The fabric is really cool. I mean, they really captured it just the way it looks in the film. It kind of had like that kind of camouflage pattern with the metallic, silver and the black. And then you actually do have like a little clamp here, so you could clamp it around his neck to secure it. So that is really cool, and that's the inside right there. So I mean, it's pleated really good. I mean, here at the end, it's really nice. So I mean, this is a beautiful piece right there. I mean, that is awesome. So going back to Shredder here, I mean, he does have this kind of like this neck thing that's going on. So it is like not attached to the actual I guess the shirt, so it is kind of loose, and I think that's just to kind of help you with the cape, but everything else is really cool. I love the metallic there, kind of like the kind of glitter that he had in that film, but overall really cool. There he's got one set with the blades, and then he's got one set right there with no blades. And then of course he does have a elastic belt here, so if you want to put any weapons in the back, just like he had that knife towards the end when he threw it at Splinter before he fell into the garbage disposal, or garbage truck, excuse me, you can put it right there, which is really cool. And then of course all the way down. But again, good neck rotation here at the neck. Shoulders are really good. He is he's got a little joint there. Elbows are really good. And then of course the hands have a nice rotation. Down at the waist, it's a little tight, but you could get them to turn, not really too much on the arching. The legs are really good too, and he actually utilizes a double knee joint, so you could kind of see it there. So that is really cool. And then of course at the foot, he just has that one ankle rotation or joint there. So this guy is really cool. And then not only does he have that, but he does have his extra hands, interchangeable hands. So you do get another set of hands here just to kind of hold a weapon. So you got the details there, really cool. I mean, real realistic there. And then you got one open hand here, which is really nice. And again, really good details. And then you do get two of them with the blades on. So you do have one where he could hold an item, and then he actually has the blades right there at his hands. And then he's got one here that is open with the blade. So really cool that they added all the accessories. And then of course, like having able to take off the mask is really dope. Now the foot soldiers, I'll just show you one because they're pretty much the same. They're actually identical. But here is the foot soldier. Really cool details. He's got kind of like the bug eyes there. The mask is really cool. Again, the uniform. And then of course they have that elastic belt there, so you could just insert weapons like the side or the baton that I'll show you in a minute. But there, look at that details. You even got the insignia right there on his hand, so that is really cool. And articulation is pretty much the same when it comes to Shredder and then the foot soldiers. So really cool, really good details there. And I mean, this is really awesome. So with these guys, the foot soldiers, you do get have them stand there. You do get 4 interchangeable hands. So let me just show you. So you do get 2 of them to hold weapons. So there's those 2, and of course you do have that insignia there, which is really nice. And then you do get 2 open hands, and then the guys have just pretty much a closed fist on the foot soldiers. So really dope looking. Now, another interesting thing is that you do get a spare, kind of like at the end of the bandana, you do get a spare one. So I guess just in case if one breaks or whatever, you get a spare. And you know, the Ninja Turtles came with extras too, so not really surprised to see that. Now, when it comes to accessories, you get just a ton of weapons. So first off, you do get a set of size here, so really nice, really cool details there, nice colors, you know, it's really clean. So you get 2 of these. And then you get that baton that I was telling you about. So there's just pretty much like your standard kind of police baton or whatever. But there it is. That is really nice. And then this here, which is really interesting that NECA really paid attention to the movie, is that this is the little knife that Shredder had in the, you know, towards the end where he chucked it at, you know, Splinter. And there's a sheath, and then there's a little knife that he threw at, I guess it's kind of more like a dagger. But this is the knife that he threw at Splinter before he fell into that garbage truck. So that is really cool that they added that little detail there. And then, of course, you know, you do get a box, you know, to stand up Splinter if you want to pose him like he's, you know, being, you know, caged up, whatever, or locked up. So there's a little NECA insignia, you know, you got some symbols there. And this is just a simple, you know, box, but the ink and everything like that and the graphics on it is really clean. So really nice to have that, you know, just like that pizza box that the Ninja Turtles came with. And then also you get this nice weapon rack, and you do get a set of nunchucks here, and these have really good details. So they're all metallic there at the end. They have that nice chain, and then there at the handle you get those like beads right there. It's really cool. Hopefully my camera's zooming in. There we go. So really cool. So you do get 1 set of nunchucks there, and then you do get this other one which is kind of like on a wire, but I believe this is the one where you could kind of, you want to recreate that scene where Splinter's, you know, you know, holding on to the spear that, you know, Shredder was about to, you know, like just pretty much stab him with. So this one right here is on a wire, so you could really get it to twist and stay just like that. So I believe this is the reason why they added this nunchuck, so you could do that. But it is just all solid black and everything like that. Even though it is in a movie, he did use Mikey's nunchucks, but that is a cool addition there. And then you do get a bow staff right here, which is really nice. It's pretty much plain all black, but pretty cool that you get one. So there it is. And it's almost the same height as them, just a little shy there. You do get 1 sword, so that is really dope. You get a nice sword right there. And then you do get that spear that Shredder was using at the end of the movie, which is really nice. It's kind of like a double-edged spear there, so that is really cool. Nice details, nice metallic color there. And then you get that axe where they're pretty much chopping up the floor at that antique store. So there's that axe that they were using, really cool. And then of course you get the weapon rack, which is really nice. You know, it's all solid, one color, and you know, it's really good to display the long weapons, but the short weapons, I mean, like the side, you can't really display it. You know, there's not really a way to display it. I guess you could do it that way if you wanted to, or just you know, put them, you know, on the actual foot soldiers, which I'm probably gonna do, you know, baton and everything. And then of course this knife will probably go with Shredder. But I mean, this thing is amazing. I am super excited to receive this, and I mean, I can't wait to do some photos, you know, with these guys. I mean, they just look amazing. But I just, I mean, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do kind of like a GameStop, you know, re-release like they did with their Turtles, where they didn't do like the whole 4-pack. They just did single packs, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a 2-pack of the foot soldiers and then these guys were released single. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but hopefully they continue on. You know, they do Casey Jones, and then they do April O'Neil, maybe add some more foot soldiers, and then I don't know if they're gonna move on to the you know, Ninja Turtles Part 2, you know, the Secret of the Ooze. So who knows? But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the support, and I will talk to you in the next video.